We just came back from the Zoholics, and the #1 request that we got from the Zoho users is to open again the Q&A sessions that people liked a lot. So until we come up with a new format for the Q&A, and of course we will do it for you, but until we come up with the format, I want to share with you this week Q&A session. I think it was a nice session with lots of cool information. And until we open it to the public, here is the session that we had today.
Here's a question. Somehow I missed it. So you make a transition, right? Well, you have a blueprint, and you say in the leads, and you have your transitions, and you're testing it out. Then you're like, well, I want to take this lead and go back to new, say, right?
Okay.
And you can't change it in the status.
1 second. Let me share my screen, okay, so I can create the process with you. Let's see, screen share. That will be this guy. Okay, let me know when you can see my screen.
It's connecting. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Yes, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about CRM, right?
Yes, CRM.
Awesome. Yeah. So what's the scenario?
You go to a lead, and you have a blueprint in there.
Mm-hmm.
Say.
Yes.
Yeah, so you do a call attempt 1, right? You click on that.
Awesome.
And let's say you did that, right? You put your follow-up date in.
Okay. To click save?
Yes,
okay.
Please.
Okay.
And then, oops, I did the wrong record. I want it back to where it was.
No problem. That's the problem?
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Easy.
Easy. I know it's simple. I just missed it somehow.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that are not perfect in Zoho, which I absolutely agree with you. Let's go here. So the way that I usually do it, it's I have only one client that we did it for. So let's say that step #1 will try to segment the blueprint to step 1, step 2, or step 3. Step 1 will be the none, which means a lead comes in, it's or I can choose it as a junk lead, or it's contacted, or attempt 1, right? And you have all the other attempts. Mm-hmm. Step 2 will be the chain of the attempts or the contacted. And maybe lost lead will be the third one. Is that making sense?
Yeah, but I think it's even simple. My question's even simpler.
You want to go back?
Yes, the user. Yeah, go ahead. Exactly. I want to go back to restart the blueprint.
That's right.
In the lead. Okay.
That's good. Right. So I need to build the logic so you will understand what I'm doing, because I can show you in a second what I just did, but when you will try to implement it on your blueprint, it won't be that good. So I want.
So you have to actually change the blueprint to allow it.
Correct. So there is no, and I absolutely agree with you that I would like to have here right click, enable, restart, or whatever, and then bang, it's working. But blueprint doesn't work like that. So the way that I'm doing it, I will usually have a way to go back from here. So let's say that from contacted, starts, I cannot receive. Where do you want to go back to? Really the beginning of the beginning, or contacted, or missed one?
Well, now that I see it this way, it'd be nice that they could just, I don't know, maybe at any point, essentially. But what would be the best practice if they made a mistake?
I will show you two things. So let's start. First of all, go to a lead. So if, for example, on my live system, let's say that this is the beginning of the process, it's none. I clicked on attempt one, it's all great, contacted. I did some things here, and eventually I need to go back. The way that I will do it on my live, I will go here, I will write clone. When I'm cloning it, in the status, I will go to none. Where is the none? And then I will start it from scratch. And then I will delete the other one. That's what I would do on my live system, because there is no way to go all the way to the root. If we want to go back to contacted, for example, you can create here some kind of a state. 1 second. And I will add here, for example, a dot, and I can make it as a common transition for all states.
Okay.
Then all the time, this contacted will show up as an example, or only from, phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3, and I can have bunch of stages that I can go back to, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So if I said, let's say we had, instead of, so you have none and maybe you have new next or whatever, right? And
there are lots of systems, by the way, that will not have the system like that. It will be something like that.
Right.
New lead. And all those transition will go to new lead. And then everything is becoming a little bit simpler, because you don't need to go to none. None is nothing.
Exactly.
Right? And here you can just click on new lead, make it as a common transition that anytime you can basically restart the process.
That makes sense now. So I just make new, if they want to go back to the beginning, I could just have that be a common transition.
Yep. Or I will,
and I can have any do that. I could just have them all do that if I wanted. Right? Yeah. Restart process. Okay.
And then when you have a new lead, it goes automatically to new lead. So when people check it out, they will see attempt one, contacted, and junk lead, and restart process, which is always there.
Ah, well, okay. Excellent.
Here, let me show you. And that's none. Okay, and one more thing that you will need to do. In the leads module, you will need to go to the lead status. And you will need to set the default status to new lead. And now, when a new lead is created, it will automatically go to new lead, you see?
Yeah.
And let's something here. And now you will have, okay, it's not the blueprint that I worked on, but anyway, you understand what I did here.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, it's very clear now. I totally get it now. It makes complete sense.
It's just, it's not perfect, but like many things in systems, just a workaround.
Yeah, as long as I know it,
That's right. Anything else I can help you today?
Well, if I'm am I the only one on the?
No, we have more people, but
never.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are not new, and
I'm like,
they will barge in if they need something. I know all of them.
if they want to barge in, that's okay. But if you had something with bookings, lead flow, like lead flow where like you have a setter and you have a sales people. The setter is
So you
creating.
mean a salesperson to send this booking link? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Well, it's also if you had two salespeople and you had one setter who's like doing the sales calls and they're like, oh, I'm going to put you on with our salesperson. They go in and they manage that there, but also sending the link as well.
So usually you will have some kind of a workflow. Do you know how to work with workflows?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So let's say that I have here a workflow. Let me just start here. I will have some kind of a check mark or a pick list or something that I will call it, for example, set meeting with an agent. I will create now a workflow. And here I will say when where is this field? Set a meeting with an agent is selected. Okay. And let's say I can repeat the same. When it's selected, but here I will say when also the owner is this guy, because I have two salespeople. So when it's Bernie, now it will send a mail with the template of set an appointment with Bernie. Make sense?
And that sends the
because Zoho Booking it's a link, right?
yes.
It's just a link. So Bernie will have its own link, while John will have a different link.
So that's that makes perfect sense. So if a setter was also if someone said if a setter wanted to make an appointment but didn't want to send the link.
Wait,
So
this is wait, you had two questions. So question number one is if you want the client to book with the specific person. Right? So this is one. So you have for every salesperson, here it says consultants, but each one of them will have its own link. Okay, and then you will have a template for each salesperson, and in the workflow it will check who is the owner, and based on the owner it will send the email. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So here I will have notify by email. Let's assume that this is the email, and then I will have now condition number 2, which is also setting a meeting with an agent is selected, but the owner is now the other guy. So here I was with Bernie, and here it will be with John. And here I will select the template for John. And of course, you can have, in each workflow, you can have 10 conditions. We can also do it with Deluge, but I don't want to go into Deluge right now. I don't know if you know Deluge, but you can do it with Deluge, that one function will send to all the salespeople based on a logic.
Right.
So this is option number 1. Now, you also have, as part of Zoho Bookings, let me see if I have the integration working here. So this is fine. Let's go here. Let's see what's installed. I think we disabled it. Let's install the bookings. Or maybe not. Zoho bookings for Zoho CRM. So if you install this extension, it will do multiple things. In one of them, it will give you a button that you can book the appointment directly from the system. And you will see it in a second.
Okay.
Very, very useful. I don't like booking so much. It's okay, but it's not great. But
what's better than using that with the CRM, with the flexibility of being able to create meetings within the CRM from someone's calendar, etc.?
That's what I wanted to say, that every system will have some disadvantages, but the advantage of having a booking system connected to your CRM, it's awesome. Also,
yeah, because I'm moving someone out.
Yeah.
I was just going to say I'm moving someone out of Acuity and moving them into Zoho Bookings.
We came now from, we were at the Zoholics, and we met, I really met hundreds of people. And some of them said that they're actually using Zoho bookings, and they're actually happy with it. So it's good.
Good.
1 second, sorry. Now, here you will have, I think it's the new appointment. Let's see. Yeah. So new appointment will open. You see the page, and from here you can book the appointment.
Fantastic. Now, even if
there
there were
the information, by the way, you see.
Perfect. Would the setter be able to choose between whoever has a booking calendar, whoever has availability?
I think it's going directly to the contact owner. Let's see 1 second. Let me try to change it to someone else. And let's see if I'm getting something else. So let's go here. Let's try new appointment. No, so it's just giving you all the services that you have. Let's see if the services are connected to both agents.
Mm-hmm.
Signed. Okay, let's remove John from injection. And let's go here. So now it should show me, again, if it's connected. I don't know if it's connected, never tried it. So with John, I'm supposed to see only injection 2 and group meeting if it's there. So let's go here, new appointment. No, it shows me also injection, and injection not supposed to be under. So basically, when you try to book an appointment, it will show you the appointments for all the services that you have in the system.
Right, but not the separate agents.
Correct. So your appointment will be booked with user 1.
Oh, interesting.
And let's book it up. And that's for injection.
Is that calendar showing for all the available slots for the agents combined?
1 second. Whatever. United States. Yeah, I've read. We have the appointment. Let's see the open activities. It will push soon. I just want to see in the meetings if the owner is John or the owner will be Bernie, because Bernie is connected to the injections, to the injection
Right.
one. It's still not pushing. Okay, so we'll give it some time, but that's interesting. But this is in general how you can use Zoho bookings from contacts, leads. I think also from the deal you can do it. I think so.
But you could, well, the leads, that's important because if there's a setter, the setter is going to own the lead, right? And it's not going to become the salesperson's contact. It's not until they. I guess it can be transferred over to them. Okay, I'll skip that. But you could actually use the user's calendar in Zoho, and whatever's open there, create a meeting for them with the client.
Use the Zoho calendar. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Well, my question would be: you use the Zoho. You have, like, say, 2 salespeople. You go in and you say, okay, I can see their calendar. And I have somebody on the phone. I got Bob on the phone. Bob, hey, can you do 2 p.m. on Thursday? Yeah, and then you just book it right there in their calendar. Then that closes that time slot for Zoho bookings, correct?
Absolutely, and you can do it also from here. So you basically create a new meeting. The meeting is going to be, you can check also, make it as an online meeting that can be integrated with Zoho Meeting or Zoom.
Yeah, I have it with Zoom.
Yep.
As well.
So it's going with Zoom. You will have the meeting name, and you can also add the more people as participants, right? So you can have here the participants, right? You can click here. And once you book the appointment, it will go to your calendar, and Zoho Bookings will see it as a taken slot.
Right.
Yeah, that will work.
Are you? Well, if nobody's going to chime in, I'll throw out questions if you don't mind.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, how's it going, Lior? How's the Zoho?
Mr. Adam Velensko, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm awesome.
You sound tired.
No, just need some more coffee. Are you still doing the Zoloholics?
No, we finished yesterday. We actually got the Global Champion Award, so it was awesome.
Congrats! I saw that in your video, your day one video.
Thank you. It was really awesome.
Awesome.
It was a great event.
I bet it's fun. Just a bunch of smart people there that are all doing different crazy ideas with Zoho.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it was very good. We'll be in 4 events next year in the States, so I hope to see you there.
Can anyone that works with Zoho go there? Or?
Yeah, anyone can go.
Gotcha.
Can you talk about Showtime? This is the first time I've been on it, and it seems to be working really well. And can it be integrated into like an automated webinar system?
Yeah, it's actually nice. We used the Showtime. There were some issues. We moved to Zoom webinar, and Zoom webinar also had issues, but zero integrations into CRM. We came back to Showtime. So let me show you an example. Let's say that you have an event and you create the event. It's all good. Once the event, once people joining in the people, you will see how many people were invited and how people registered, and also how many people showed up. You have a way also to, once the event is finishing, you have your way to click on push to CRM, and all those people going to CRM. In CRM, Again, I'm just doing a fast forward here.
Oh, yeah.
And let me initiate an integration with Showtime. I think it's sick what they did here. It's really, really good. Okay, so once the integration is over, when you go to your contacts, you will see on the left side that you have Zoho Showtime, and it can show you all the events that they took. So you will have here line by line, if they took the event, if they attended. So you see everything. It's very, very cool.
Yeah. And
Also,
would that work with a pre-recorded webinar?
Don't think so. When
Because
you
it's on
create,
demand, too.
so when you create a session, you have remote session, face-to-face, which clicking around, and also the on-demand. The on-demand, I don't think that you have, a specific time. It's just a link.
But really,
Mhm.
oh, that's really annoying.
So you have a link to the event, a recorded one, and people can go to it. I think I need to upload materials in order for this event. I never did the on-demand.
What if you had a because you in Showtime you create the event, somebody could register. Now you're supposed to be live in it, right? The host. But
Yes.
what if you had a video that you wanted to show? Then that could be the webinar.
Okay, you have a video, but you're live and you're shooting the video, or you just want automatically to do the video?
A pre-recorded video.
That's fine. So
Okay.
also in Zoom, you don't have this option. So you need to basically initiate the session, then click on the video play and share a screen with the video. And then people see the video.
So they're both the same in that regard?
This is the same. With Zoom webinar, and also here, you need to actually click on the video to start playing and share the video. There are some systems that we had in the past that you can or schedule the events, and when people join, and it looks like a live interactive webinar, which is not, and people put their comments, and then it's coming to you by email. But those will be different systems. Showtime.
Well, we have live agents too, who will be on the webinar to answer questions.
Not Showtime, no. So if
No?
that's what you're doing, this tool is not for you.
Okay, what would be the solution other than Zoom? Because we use Zoom. If you can think of any, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, there is.
I can't.
I'm just trying to find the name. We used it in one of my companies. It was a nutrition company. We used to do webinars, and the name Webinar Jam. Yeah, Webinar Jam. So basically, you will have. Let's see if I can show you a demo. Come on. So people will go to your page, and then it will say event is starting in 5 minutes, and then there is a counter 4:59, 4:58, whatever, and then you can click join, and then the event is starting. You can preload chat messages like people are interacting with each other.
Right.
And it looks very much real. Now, once someone is typing a message, it's coming to the live agent. The live agent logs in and start really to interact with this person.
Oh, okay.
So they have a nice system. It's a bit expensive, but it's a nice system. I used it for this project. It was awesome because we had like events 24/7 all the time, and we had 2 call centers in different places in the world that were all the time jumping on those calls and converting people with special offers. It was awesome. Yeah. Until I left the company, and then that's it.
That's it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So this works better than Zoom.
Webinar Gem, and there is one more. The other one is doing the insane automation. But when you try to register to Webinar Gem, they will offer you also the other one. I don't remember the name of the other Webinar Gem.
Oh, it's a different company or the same company?
Same company. They just,
okay.
For the automated one, they use a different name. I don't know why. Ever Webinar. That's the one. This is the one.
I see.
This is the fully automated. I will drop the link in the chat.
Great.
So this is really, really cool. It's all fully automated. You see what I told you, that you can inject chat? No, this one. Yeah, this one. So it's like people talk to each other. It's like a live chat. This is what they see. So every few seconds, so you can make it look like really interactive and really cool and exciting. And you can have questions that are really what you want people to ask, because you have the video is answering them, and it looks awesome.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And then if someone actually does ask a question, the live agent pops in. Is that right?
Then it's being sent to you. Again, I used it last time about 3 years ago. But when someone live sends a message, it comes in as an email. On our side, of course, it automatically opened a Zoho click, and then the person came to talk to them.
And it can be done right in click.
I always do everything with Zoho, because people are on Zoho. You know, why confuse them?
Nice.
You can inject
and
offers. It's nice.
So this could come in. Well, here's a question. So if there was a Facebook ad, it would push it to for them to take the webinar, and then from there, there's an offer, let's say, and at the end they click it and they go to it, and at that point, it could go to a landing page, and which I haven't started using Zoho landing pages yet, but
don't start.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, do not. Okay, really? That's sad.
It's there are a few products that are based on Zoho sites, and Zoho sites is just not a good system.
I'm aware of it.
The availability is not good. The functionality is lacking. I don't like it. and landing pages working on the Zoho sites together with their e-commerce platform, as far as I know anyway. And I don't know. Imagine,
What about Zoho? Go ahead, sorry.
like how much money you spend to think about your idea, your offer, copywriting, visuals, design, maybe A/B testing, assets like AdWords, email campaigns, salespeople, driving traffic. It's tens of thousands of dollars. Eventually, someone goes to a page, the page is clunky, loading slow, sometimes not loading. Again, it's not happening a lot, but sometimes it's not loading. Sometimes it's not responsive enough on different mobile and tablets and desktops.
That's a nightmare.
You just lost your conversion just because you have shitty technology. It's horrible.
Exactly. So what about something like Zoho? So any other, just use any landing page solution that's really good, basically, and integrate.
There are a few good ones. I work directly. I'm a big fan of WordPress. So,
well, we have WordPress. I mean,
yeah. So I also use WordPress, and in WordPress you can create any landing pages that you want. And we have here a bunch of landing pages, right? All those are landing pages. You see, you have no navigation. The person is caged. You can do whatever you want here. You can have offers.
So you're just using the WordPress page. You're just creating a page within WordPress.
That's right.
And you find that that's just as good as using a landing page solution?
Even better, because I can do it with AMP.
Right.
The developers that I'm using are optimizing the hell out of the page. So it's less than a 2 seconds page load. It's connecting to my domain, which means that everybody that goes to the landing pages also boosting my SEO because Google see more action on my website. Everything feeds eventually the website. When you have a landing page, it will be something like, now let's say landing page dot amazing business results, which Google sees it as an external domain, and the main domain is not benefiting from this traffic at all. So now you're promoting two different websites.
Right.
I found this way working the best for me.
What about Zoho Checkout?
I didn't use it a lot. I don't know also too many people that actually use Checkout. I can't use Checkout for my needs because, let's say we're running business around the world. We're collecting euros, USD, Canadian, Australian dollars. We have a bunch of currencies. When you have transactions on Checkout, it will, again, last time I checked, which a few years ago, it will default to your home currency.
Right.
That's a no-go for me, because if you're Canadian, I cannot charge you USD. And if you're American, I won't charge you Canadian. It's awkward.
Right.
So I just don't know if it's still the case. Yeah, still the case. So they're asking you what is basically your home currency, your base currency.
Right.
Yeah, same. Zoho Books, awesome. Inventory.
Well,
yeah,
I use Zoho Books, but how would I use Zoho Books? Instead of Zoho Checkout?
To collect money? If you want to collect money, use Zoho subscriptions. Even if it's just one payment, it's still, with Zoho subscription, you can have a landing page, basically a page that you can ask the person to give you the payment. And then he will have a profile. Even if it's for one payment, he will have a profile. So the person can load stuff. You can also have a direct integration with Stripe, which is also nice. It's
I do have that already.
Yeah,
with the
Stripe is awesome. And then whenever
Well, I-
you do a transaction, you create an invoice in Books.
Yeah, so you're saying instead of using something like Zoho Checkout or some other checkout software, just use subscriptions and it's just a one-time payment, right?
I personally will use, if it's just a one-time subscription, I would just directly have API with the Stripe. They have open APIs, iframes, forms. They have all the solutions in the world for you. You use Stripe. Whenever the Stripe is over, it can automatically create an invoice or invoice receipt with the Zoho Books. And that's the easiest.
Wait a minute, so I understand what you mean.
You mean
Let's just say subscriptions is hooked up to Stripe. Let's just say that, right? And then I want some of the checkout of my landing page. I'm going to just create the product or whatever service, whatever it is, in subscriptions. Correct?
In subscriptions, you have a way to create profiles. So subscriptions can integrate with your web. Is that making sense? Because someone that wants to buy something, he needs to give you his first name, last name, credit card, address, and so on.
I already have that, but I've set it up as a subscription. They have to, they sign up as a subscription.
So you have
one-time payment for the year, and then it's yearly after that.
So you have Zoho subscription already working
with Stripe. Yep.
Perfect.
But I want to create it now for someone else as a checkout.
So create it as a checkout. Try. Do you work with one currency? Only USD?
Yes.
Okay. So just do it with checkout. If it's just one currency, it's not complicated. Try it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can just, I just create it's just a product. It doesn't have to be a monthly subscription. It's a one-time payment only.
Yeah, so try checkout. If it's just one currency, it's not complicated.
Look, I kind of like the idea of subscriptions because then we can start changing it. Maybe there would be a subscription. Maybe there wouldn't be.
Right, and you will have also the person details. It's all in place. His credit card is loaded.
Exactly.
Makes business much simpler. This is why I prefer to go to subscription. Perfect. Even if it's one transaction.
Yeah, well, I've been using subscriptions for 6 years with one of my businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's never failed. It's never failed.
No, it's a very good system. I know lots of businesses that are using subscription. It's a beautiful system. Yeah, it's good.
Perfect.
You should have your own kind of reward system, Lior, where you award the best Zoho app of the year.
We did a video. Some people didn't like me doing it, but I was very honest about all the applications. It's still on the channel. Even though I was requested to remove it, I didn't. But I'm sharing there, like each one of the 50 applications, which one we think it's good or not based on clients, approval or disapproval.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Thank you. Appreciate all the help.
No problem. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you. No problem. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.